SOS. 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 I got you, yeah. SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah. I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they know dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat, I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Went to starter from a mascot. Went to rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetops. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it.
The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. It ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. Only one logical thing to do. Don't trip by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip by the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. By the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip. Sour cream and onion dip. Scoop it with some ruffle chips. Sink them like Titanic ship. Bartender, here's a tip. Crypto face is the truth. He can even show you proof. This is market cipher school. Rory made you say, ooh, wish I had one too. Making plays on Tradingview. Waiting on a blue triangle. I just call it Blue's Clue. Portfolio diversified. Keep my balance classified. Scared to look, you terrified. But when you did, you almost died. All good before you went to sleep. Woke up to a surprise. Couldn't believe your eyes. Where the hell did your money go? You like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Bitcoin dumping in my sleep. Woke up to a market sweep. That's the reason I don't sleep. Keep my eyes on the prize. Bought some Hex and Cardano. Fear of missing out. FOMO, that's a no-no. Yeah, I know, bro, but I still do the shit. I'm just trying to hit a lick, so I think I just might buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. Buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip. The market crashed on me, but that's not my ass, homie. Time to rise up out the flames like a motherfucking phoenix, flying high in the sky, and I motherfucking mean it. Put it all on the house, I can't help it cause I'm greedy. Got a family, gotta feed it. All my followers, man, they need me. We can all get rich together, talk about financial freedom. BTC, ETH, XRP.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. And yeah, let me see how all systems go. Everything does look like it's working. And yeah, let's get it today. Start off with the calendar as always. Today is going to be Thursday. We do have some GBP monetary statements, so bank rates. Yesterday we had FOMC overnight. As we can see here, you know, they decided to keep rates the same. So where is that gone? Yeah, there you go. Keep rates the same. And yeah, nothing really changed in terms of that sense. I think there's still very early with all of, you know, Trump and all of this. It's, you know, so they're just trying to remain calm and not make any shake up the market any more than it has been. So keeping rates the same. In terms of the press conference, we can have a look at what was said. So they're mostly talking about that. Obviously, we have some tensions in India and Pakistan, which is gonna help gold ultimately. Yeah, nothing really major. Nothing really major. So let's have a look at the analysis here. Let's have a look at the analysis and then take it from there. Looking at daily time frame here, previous daily on GJ closing bullish here. We're breaking current daily high. 4-hour time frame as well closing bullish here. So nice little bullish bias today. We have a previous 4-hour right there. Previous 4-hour. Some 1 hour is hovering here. $30 minutes, 15 minutes is the same. Just gonna drag it to the 15. Change that to 15. So bullish bias today. Plan is buys. Either we're gonna look for pullbacks down to here to take buys back up, or it's just gonna be straight breakout buys for GJ. Pretty simple plan. About 8 pips here, but stop loss has been quite good these days, so I'm not too worried about 8 pip range. It makes sense. Yeah, that's all I see, to be honest. Very simple plan. Either looking for it to continue above or to see pullbacks down here to take buys back up. Especially with this 4-hour and daily close. Very good close, actually. Very decent to have a daily candle like this. Set up to breaking the high and then 4-hour break of structure as well. It's pretty clean. So upside is really what I would be looking for instead of anything else. If we're looking at gold here, gold had a nice little pop from the bottom of the range. So yesterday we stayed in the range pre-FOMC. Very boring. Ended up coming down, filling in FOMC, and then respected the bottom of the range and popped out. Gave a little bit of a fake out pre-session here. So I wonder if we can get that same move back up, but we're going to do the analysis. Daily time frame here, closing bearish from the top of the range. A fake out close back inside the range. 4-hour time frame closing bullish. Excuse me. But we're closing bullish with a long rejection wick, so it's not the best bullish candle close here. More actually bearish than bullish because it's a liquidity grab. Now the issue is we push a hell of a lot right now, and we're almost at target for gold. So here's where it becomes a little bit tricky. As much because we have a break of structure here, I also somewhat like the idea of trying to buy from the bottom of the range, especially with all the tensions that's going on. You know, definitely makes sense to look for potential buys as well, something like this. But if we pop up first and then see a change of structure from the upside, yeah, I do think sells would also make sense to get back to the bottom of the range. So it's all going to be dependent. Do we reach the bottom of the range first? If we do break the range then pull back, I won't see that as a fake out. I'd see that as a break of structure, and the pullback is opportunity to sell. So for me, that would just be opportunity, and then we take it from there. So that's kind of the plan on gold here. We're either going to be looking for buys from the bottom of the range with changes of structure, Do you have bottom wick on daily? Let's see on broker. Let's see. Daily. Yeah, I do. So I'd like to see how price reacts from here. See, maybe even the sells back down. Then we analyze. Ranges are always more difficult to trade, but luckily in this range we've created some clean candles. So we do have space. Which is always nice. Now, DAX. What is DAX wanting to do for today? So we start off on daily time frame here. Previous daily closing doji bullish, but still bullish. Daily resistance has been put in right here. I'm gonna take this one here. Four-hour close bullish. Let's see. 4-hour resistance there. We have another one here. But these are crossed multiple times, huh? 1 hour, okay. 15 minute, okay. 30 minute, and then the 15. Oof. Difficult ranges, huh? Honestly, right now we need a pullback. We can either look to buy back up with that pullback, or that pullback is doing what it's doing now, grabs liquidity, and we just take a buy above here. But I need 20 minutes because it's still too early. Good morning. It's still too early. So, but this would be valid to try get to 4 hours. It's like 18 points. It's enough. You know, and then try get to daily. So that would be super interesting. You know? I think that's my plans on DAX. I don't really see it. I'm not selling because of bias. Like, it's really hard to go against bias. Yeah, I don't want to sell. Yet. Even though sell ranges are nice, but I just feel like it's not going to be worth it. So that's the plan actually, yeah. Overall plans are not complex today, it's straightforward. It's just a matter of, okay, how do we play between these ranges? Because it's not like we have massive ranges today, but it's how is price going to play between these ranges? And then we take it from there. So appreciate you all guys showing up for the analysis. Hopefully you enjoyed, everything makes sense. 200 of us in here. Let's leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. Get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate that. And let's get the day started, guys. Let's get the day started. Let's see. Why do you think the main reason why people are profitable in backtesting but not in live? I think they backtest without intention. So you have to backtest as if everything counted on it. So In live you hesitate, in live you hesitate. It's as simple as in backtesting you don't have any pressure, because if there's no trade on that day, you just press the skip button on a 4-hour time frame a couple of times and you're in a new trading session. And then you can just take the setup. You trade kind of like a robot. But in live, you're sitting there watching candle by candle. Okay, imagine how painful backtesting would be if you had to play second by second. How long would that take, right? And how much more mistakes you would make because you're just getting impatient. Because in backtesting, you want the result of profitability. In live trading, you want the result of profitability. So the main reason why many people are more profitable in backtesting and fail in live is because of lack of patience for the outcome desired. Meaning that they're not patient enough to wait for proper setups. And then when proper setups come, they hesitate out of those proper setups, overthink those proper setups. So you end up in a mess. You end up in a mess, even though technically you know what you're doing, but in terms of decision making, you're not there yet. So you have to practice decision making. I skipped very fast. That's fine. That's fine to skip very fast. Like, that's the whole point of backtesting, is to do it fast. But the thing is, and then in live, like, what do you find yourself doing? Hesitating? What is the main thing? Your GU plan, let's have a look. This is DAX, this is gold, and this is GJ. Okay, these are your standard plans. Just flick through these. 5 for sells, okay. Look for these buys. Buy above 30 will be hard. You need more structure. No, this I don't agree. If you have balls, okay, fine. Okay, fine. That makes it somewhat okay. Yeah. Here's your GU plan. Sell 5 back to the top of the range is great. Close for sells, yeah. But I want you, if it's mixed buys, you can also plan pullbacks that lead into sells as well. That's the one thing you can add to your plan. Gold, I feel like buys just above key level 95 might be a bit too far. I'm more bearish myself due to higher time frame, but buying early just basing on news, fundamental, and clean range, right? Yeah, I mean, the problem is that we're already at the bottom of the range. So even though you're bearish on higher time frame, you have to trade a session, because higher time frame could take the day to play out, right? And that's the point. So we've shown up to today's session, and in today's session we're at the bottom of the range. So this makes it very hard as a trader to be like, okay, I expect price just to easily blast through this range. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. So let it get to the bottom of the range. If it starts breaking the range, yeah, sells make sense. You know, we can look to sell from here. Otherwise, this could just be retest the bottom of the range and repeat what happened here. Now, if we were somewhere up here, it makes a lot more sense to start looking for sells. Did you stream yesterday? No, I didn't stream yesterday. I didn't. Thank you. How was your day yesterday? Looked fun. It was good. Thank you, guys. It was good. I did enjoy it. Do you think it's better not to trade during London and NY session during FOMC day? Pairs often don't follow bias and most structures move sideways. Not always. FOMC day, yes, can be a little bit iffy. But like yesterday, there was a good option on DAX for sells. So if you were trading DAX yesterday, there was an option. Unfortunately, unless you closed as a sniper, which I wouldn't have because it was like 0.5 pips from TP, would have been a break-even trade. But still a shot. The point is you want to take trades that are going to pay you long-term, and that definitely was one. You can now sell a $500 course and post a Lambo video with it. I don't think it will sell. How come you didn't stream? I thought you were shadow banned. That's why I couldn't find you. Was almost crying. You need to check. I put an announcement in Discord and I put an announcement on my Instagram. Well, I posted on my Instagram. So that's why I always tell you guys to follow, because I put updates there. Different trades, what I do, what I'm doing. It's very hard. Like, that's why you guys need to at least... I even put a update in the Telegram channel as well. Everywhere, everywhere. So you would have known if you just were following me. If you were in Asian session, would you have taken a trade? On what pair? Gold, I'm assuming. The 0 people in Telegram actually use your strategy? Yeah, they just use it to yap. Batman here, unfortunately my subscription got over. No worries, I'll join back with a banger payout. No worries, man. Does it make sense to trade GJ in Tokyo? Yes, it does. There's just a certain way to do it, which applies to all of Asian session. Right, there's like a little video in WAP talking about how to trade Asian session. Is Pakistan-India war going to affect gold? Somewhat. But, you know, there's a lot of gold that there is in India, Pakistan. So, we will see. There will be some small effect depending on how far it escalates. Your take on India-Pakistan war? I don't have any comments on any politic-based things. Not my spot to say. Doesn't affect me, nor should I pick sides or anything. That is nothing that has to do with me, right? I don't think things will go really bad. Both India and Pakistan will settle things down, I believe. Yeah, that would be an ideal situation. But I mean, this conflict has been going on for a very long time. Yeah, if now DAX starts to get above here would be good. So gold breaching the range here to see where the 1 hour support is right here. Now, one thing that we could do is if this breaks structure, then pulls back, creates resistance, you can continue selling. I hope to go on a track day in Dubai that looks mad fun. Actually, from there you can rent normal cars. If you want to go on track just to experience to go on track, you can rent normal cars. But if you want to hop in a race car, it's possible. You need to have good friends. They can get you in one. Or you have to pay good money. There's always a solution. Example of good money. To get into a race car, like, you know, at least 10,000 dirhams, so at least, you know, $3,000 for like a 2-hour session. We'll start saving. Yeah, but with that money, you could drive it as well. Abu Dhabi track is awesome. Wish I could race there too. Yeah, but actually the autodrome, the track is in Dubai is actually a lot more fun than the one in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, of course, is where the Grand Prix is, so obviously it's more popular. It's a good track, but you know. What's the best car you spotted in Dubai? I'm not sure. Are we gonna see some video of yesterday? I didn't film in the car. I couldn't hold my phone straight. You know the type of G-force in that? I actually barely fit. I'm lucky. I had to sit in a weird way. It's very small because those cars don't usually have passenger seats. How much is the cost for track day in Dubai? I mean, I didn't pay, but if you want to take your own car on the track, depends on what circuit they have open. It should cost around, you can get like a basic circuit, the club circuit, which is still a good circuit, for like $250. Can you look at my GU setup? Sure, man. Where did you send it? Alright, cool. Are tourists a thing that people from Dubai don't like? Absolutely not. Dubai runs on tourism. From January to March, there has been 5.5 million tourists in the country. That's average at 1.6 million tourists per month. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Stop loss above once it's created. Sells below target break even. Okay. What time frame is this, bro? This is a 10-minute time frame. 15 minute? Okay, okay. Why is it 10 there? We have a worm on his chart he needs to remove. Yeah, that would make sense. So gold here pushed very heavy. This is fine though. This is fine. Because now with pullbacks created will be easy for sells. Obviously it's hard to get in right now to continue sells, but pullbacks to continue sells is gonna make sense. Also, if today's gonna be a day where we just keep dumping and dumping, once we get below here, it's pretty clean room. We can look lower time frame on how to get in. Why do you use Pith? Because of what's this called? It's clean, very, very clean. Looks like my broker as well. Where did that tourism stat come from? It's true, man. Check it. It's true. I have family that works in tourism. They also said it's true. That's why Dubai roads are so busy. That's why Dubai roads are so busy these days. Anyone who lives in Dubai knows that they're so busy. You know? So like even the other day I went out at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock I went out and I was stuck in traffic. I was like, what? Man, it's 1 o'clock. What are you guys doing at 1 o'clock? It's because it's also tourism that's creating traffic, you know? These guys aren't about going to see the building, going here, going there. If you want to impress a girl, just tell her we're going on a vacation to Dubai for vacation. It's a nice place to go on a vacation for sure. See if GJ wants to close above the level. Won't be this. It might be this candle. It is possible. Would it be worth it on this candle though? 19 pips. No, it won't be worth it. Won't be able to take that. So we do need a tighter candle to close above. Otherwise, it just won't be worth it. Do you have UAE passport since you're born there? No, it doesn't work like that. London session yesterday was good. Oh yeah, we were discussing about it in NY. Yeah, I had the recording. I found some issues that I want you guys to fix. It was very easy. Some very clear things. So 2 topics we're going to cover. One of the topics is going to be this week. We're going to do it in the webinar. And it's actually to do with previous levels. A lot of confusion around that. Bro, for gold, are you not considering the 15-minute support? Yeah, I'm not because we're already there. So I'll mark it once we're back there. Do you see any opportunity? Yeah, there was a few I would have taken. DAX 100%. That was a clear one I would have taken. No doubt about that. And GJ as well was also an option. I feel we did miss gold. I don't think you missed gold yesterday. No. I think you guys all missed DAX, that's for sure. That's definitely a trade that there was nothing wrong about. A very simple setup. Although it didn't give you as much as you would have wanted, but there was no doubt about this setup. Very straightforward setup. Big push here we had. 5 minute ends up closing below nicely. Structure, wick to fill here. Very simple. Very, very, very simple trade. Stop loss back above 5. Why using that 15-minute resistance? It is important. Look at it. It's our last 15-minute resistance. See? It's not behind any LTA. This one here is just a random line. This can go. It's from yesterday. Bro, I'm in profit. If I'm in profit, I can't take another trade, but if I'm in loss, I can take more trades. Why is that? Because you want to revenge. If you're in profit, you feel like you've achieved something. This is the whole, only about, yeah, like I said, I would have got stopped out break even on that. But my point is, it's a shot. Like, you don't know you're going to get stopped out break even when you're taking the trade, right? There's nothing to suggest that it would be a break even trade, meaning that you had enough range, everything looked fine. So it's still a shot you should be taking, you know? Definitely should be an option. So the reason is because you get a dopamine hit from winning a trade, which means that you feel like you've achieved something. Humans like to feel like they've achieved something. That's why you feel good if you go to the gym or if you get promoted at work. Any one of these things, you feel good. You feel good because you're getting rewarded. In trading, you rarely get rewarded for a lot of the time. And that's why you're chasing that high. You're chasing that reward. That's why I encourage a lot of people in our exclusive group. We have a lot of webinars discussing about psychology, and one of the main focuses I talk about is habit building outside of trading. Habit building outside of trading is going to be important to give you that stimulus. The second thing, which gets a little bit more in depth, which I won't discuss here on stream, but is talking about trying to build processes, right? So you follow a process in order to be rewarded for following the process. So think about it this way. You could change your whole mindset, and you could be like, if I lose a trade, you want to take more trades. But if you lose a trade that followed the process, you're going to feel good about it. You're not going to feel good about the loss, but you're going to feel good that you did everything in your power. So instead of trying to chase more trades, you're probably going to be annoyed for sure, because we're human. It's okay to feel that. But you're probably then going to, maybe, let's say, you can ask me or something, and you'd be like, hey, was there any reason that I lost this trade? Or if you're trading by yourself, you're just going to have to analyze it yourself and see. What happened to the Discord server? Why? What happened to it? Still works. Still there. This is the private one, but the public one is still there. Look. Giveaway winner, but still not accepted. Accepted where? You don't have to be accepted for a giveaway winner. You win a giveaway and then you get a link. You get, depends what you want. Did you win Pip Labs? You just have to message. Why didn't you stream yesterday? I was out. Why are this 15 lines at 9? Oh, let's see. Where 919? Oh, these are just from yesterday, bro. This is from yesterday. So far down, doesn't even matter. Code not sent for the exclusive? Yeah, but did you check maybe your friend request? Not friend request. Should not be from me, but your message request. Your message request. Make sure it's not my name, Tradesharpe. It will be someone from my team, but they will give you verification. So make sure you check their verification. If you have not received from them, you can message. You know, it doesn't, just how you're messaging here, it takes 5 seconds to message there. We already chatted? Yes. And then I delegate to a team because I can do that. So if the team hasn't reached out to you, you take 10 seconds and you say, hey man, I have not heard anything yet. Can you please check? It's not rocket science. The same thing you're doing right now. Reach out. Bro, I blown 3 prop firm challenge accounts and I started watching your videos from yesterday. Today I bought a 5k challenge account. Hope I'll pass it this time. You're not gonna pass it. You're not gonna pass it. You're gonna fail it again. Right? I'm telling you now. Just the truth. If I'm not gonna tell you, I don't know who will. But you're not gonna pass it. So you're paying money for 3 prop firm challenges. You blow it. You watch a couple of YouTube videos and you think you've learned everything. You know, so you go buy another account and then you call trading a scam. What I don't understand, why you're spending money on accounts. Like if you actually want to learn that same money for a 5k account, which is $50, you can pay for a month of education, 1 month. So if you're willing to pay, like if that's in your budget, pay for something that's going to help. And I hate to sound like I promote, but it is the truth. You know, it is the truth. It's just, it needs to be common sense. So you enjoyed my videos, you feel more confident, instead of buying a challenge that's not going to pay you because you don't know anything yet. You don't know how to pass, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to control emotion, you don't know anything, you know? Go and pay that same money for, anyways, I'm not going to get into it because it just ticks me off because really, I make it so cheap, so the best opportunity with the most value possible. But yeah, I just don't get, people are so happy to put money into a prop firm and fail the challenges. Like what happens when you pass? You pass by luck, then what? You know, just passing a challenge does not pay you guys. So imagine you pass a challenge by luck. You're totally screwed. You haven't learned how to trade. You haven't proven anything. You haven't followed a system to pass. Then after that, you have to get a payout. Does he know there's a free FTMO challenge? That's what I'm doing. Win no cost and buy one. Why not? Yes. All right, we have this 5-minute change of structure here, plus a 15-minute candle close. Wonder if this can be an aggressive option for us. Huge SL. There's big ranges, bro. Big rip. Oof, what a drop here, last 40 seconds. Ouch, 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 yeah. Even 1 minute didn't close below. Very hard. Just wait. Nothing you can do about this. I blame Bentley, bro, because Bentley said huge SL and now it actually gave a huge SL. Just wait, just wait. I'm willing to learn, but there are so many courses out there which I don't trust. Do you have any coaching plan? That's my point. You don't search. That you need to go and see. Because mine is not even a course. Course comes free, basically. Just go on my website. You have to apply for waitlist though, and just watch this video. I posted a new video, guys. Go watch this. I posted a new video about the exclusive group and what it comes with. It's a great video, actually. It's a great video. So now this is a lot more in depth. So go check this out and see. You get all of this. This is going to help you. A course is not going to help you, man. Course is going to give you information. I encourage you to apply that information. Right? Just go read that. And please watch this. Please. It's free as well. It's a free risk management course. It costs you $0. At least we can get you started on that. I mean, this pullback was nice on 5 to be a bit aggressive, and that's what I was saying. I didn't mind an aggressive entry. We have a lot of volume, but even the 5 is not giving me an entry, and even the 1 minute in this case is not giving you an entry. So when you have even the 1 minute not giving you an entry, that's virtually impossible to get in using any type of confirmation except impulsive gambling, which is not really a strategy I like to apply because it's hard to know when. Especially when we're only 40 seconds from the 5-minute close. I missed it because I was chatting about stupid man buying a challenge. I mean, how would you have got in on this though? What was your plan? I don't really see a good way to get in, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it would be a FOMO. If you took this, John, I would say, oof. Name of the website, just posted it in chat twice. I'll post it again. Very aggressive option, not with this volume. If we had the 15 close and then the 5 close, perfect for me. Yeah, like this you could take it. That is also true, but man, what a... At the point here... Oh, what's this? Wrong tool. 240 pip stop loss. It'd be like shit. I mean, it is pushing, but at the time... What's causing gold to drop so much? Not reducing interest rates. Gold loves when they reduce interest rates, so keeping interest rates higher for longer. And we spoke about this in the beginning of the weekly webinar. Fake out back in the range. Yeah, this is a classic. This might be a major reversal from this point here. See this weekly possibly flip here. It is possible. You know, I know it's not textbook, but is it absolutely wrong to use the prior 5-minute pullback on the second candle that breaks the low? Yes, because it's at support. So you're selling at support is deadly. If it was below support, yes, I know that's still not textbook in my books, but at least you're not breaking fundamentals. Like your non-textbook entries that do not follow exactly my style still have to have fundamentals of the market and how the market moves, because selling at a support is just always a no-no, you know, because you get cooked so many times at that. If it tested the support and this was the reaction and then you sell it as it re-breaks, I could argue that and say fine, it is somewhat, but at the support it's hard, especially since there's been no pullbacks. You're giving yourself a very high chance for you to get in a difficult situation. I know it doesn't follow your plan, but why you didn't consider setup 5 on the cells below after 5-minute structure? I did, but look how much it pushed below, bro. My plan was actually going to take a sell right here as it closed below here. Stop loss above the highs for like 100 pips, but we had a 100 pip range, so I was not worried about the range. But it just pushed through last 10 seconds. Obviously, you've been sleeping. I can see that. You're not concentrating. Peter, huh? You're here? I'm not seeing it, man. Damn. Now what have you changed your name to? So why you change your name to the same name as him? Man, can we not change put our name as not Peter killed him? What's your new brand? It's him, you see. Yeah, okay, fine. So, but I just asked if you were, and you said no. I thought gold is going to all-time high, so I kept holding. Damn. DJ buys? Yes, it would be valid. You're correct. You are correct. That is a valid buy. The problem is we kind of want not this candle to close above, but the next. And the reason why is this candle has a big stop loss. This stop loss is 20 pips. Our range here is 8 pips. Our max range here is 23. And that's max. I mean, we could always break even at 8 pips, but I prefer a smaller stop loss because that's just how GJ has been. Like, remember the other day, we only got 7 pips from that, but stop loss was 7 pips. Hey AD, hope you're well, brother. DAX fake out setup 5 back. Yes, that would be valid. That would be valid. See how it's cooking though. Yeah, it needs that 5-minute structure. Then we're good. Let's go. Anyways, you guys enjoying the stream? Some great information today. Make sure to leave a like. Hopefully like will give us a setup here. And we'll be on our way to take profit land, which is exactly where we want to be. Our current goal is 750 viewers. We hit 600, we did the giveaway. 750 is next target. And then I guess next target after that is going to be 1,000. And then at 1,000, I have to flex my biceps, right? DAX gives you 32 spread. That's 3.2 pips. It's pretty high. Actually, no, 32. It just says 32. That's what it says. The number is 32. Oh, you have great spreads, man. Great spreads. Better than mine. That's very good spreads. That's 0.3 pips, man. Basically. But on DAX it would be 0.3 points. So it's very good. Mine is 50. German 40? Yes. What pair is this? German 40, DAX. Some brokers 32 is 3. Okay, then let him see his bid and ask line. How big is the gap between your bid and ask line? Mark deep in thought, which crisp you take for lunch? Probably has to go with yeah, that's a tough question though. What's your favorite crisps? Oh, now Sankit will start politics, huh? Man, this gold dump is really nice move here. This 1 minute would give you a 1 minute entry normally, but the place where it happened, there's no range. Like, we're right back at the support. So that's a shame. But in terms of gold 1 minute strat, it's a valid in terms of the formation, but not the area, right? You still have to be trading in clean zones. Fundamentals stay the same. Are we mixed bias on DAX? No, we're bullish, but we closed doji on the daily. How many prop firm accounts have you blown? When I first started, I blew one, and then I stopped because it was very clear to me. When I first started, you had to get 10% in 1 month, and never in my trading journey at that time had I made 10% in a month. So I thought to myself, because you had time limits. These days, there's no time limits. So I thought to myself, okay, there's no point of doing that when I haven't proven that I'm making 10% in 1 month. So I said, let me go on live. I still was profitable, but I was not making 10% a month. So I started to go on live, and then it just felt a lot easier because now I didn't have to pass a challenge. So I just continued that, continue that, continue that. See how these candles close here. We have 15-minute potential set up to above. I'd prefer to see one 5-minute bearish, next one bullish. Because I don't like this 30-minute close at all. Previous 4 hours there on DAX. Which one? Oh, that we tested? Yeah, it's a very old one though. The time limit nowadays, it's so easy in that regard. I'm actually going to tell you a truth about the time limit. So the reason why prop firms decided to allow time limits is because it makes it sound easier, but it makes it harder. Because they know people are not patient. They know people are not patient. So when they allow no time limit, right? When they allow no time limit, they know that people who take things slow at some point are going to get bored and rush the process and ultimately fail. Because as a business, they want people to fail challenges. They are not going to implement a rule that would cause them to be less profitable. It would be a stupid business decision because people were still buying challenges. So they said, okay, let's experiment. Let's remove the time you have to take to pass the challenge. Keep the rules the same because people will be impatient anyways. It was actually less profitable when there was a time limit because you would just get people that gamble. And then if you can't stop them from gambling because you're the one who set pressure for them to full margin before the date finishes. Because that's how it went for me. When I first took it, I was up like 5% and then it was basically a couple of days. So I full margin lost. And then I realized actually they said that you got a free reset if you were up. So, and they don't tell you that, when you buy the challenge, keep that in mind. They don't tell you that. Then from then, GG. But they used to give free reset. They didn't tell you that. You make 5 hours a month. If you risk 2%, you will pass, right? Yeah, but this we're talking about 3 years ago, man. I didn't know that back then. Like, I didn't have enough data of my statistics, how good I was in general to be able to do it like that, you know? Right, would be good to see this candle close bearish. Next one close above would also create bottom wick on 15. Gold is on a mission. Hopefully we can get set up too. GJ is consolidating for now. If this candle closes above would be good. If I want, imagine I put this for stream numbers. I put a long position from here and stop loss here. Watch stream views triple. Are we trusting GJ? I've taken a few GJ trades. UK officials confirmed Trump expected to announce US deal outline. Interesting. Are we seeing any effect? We should see some maybe positive pound effect, but pound is so dead. My GU idea played out, just no stop loss. Yeah, that's true. No entry and no stop loss. It'll be like that, right? We're seeing the same shit on gold. Must mean what? Dixie pumping, huh? Was gold 1 hour setup one valid? Yeah, there was valid setup once, but it's just like, how can you imagine that we would have pushed this far? Like, if you're looking at this setup, in hindsight, it looks easy. But this setup here, stop loss here is 200 pips, and your next target was 20 pips. You know, it's like, ugh, do you really want to be taking that? Now that it's had so much volume, you kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you're still not at a 1-to-1. You're still hoping for a 1-to-1. But back at that time, it would be, especially after such a move we've had in Asian, it's hard to imagine that in London we're going to get the equivalent move. It happens on time to time, but it's not really something you can trust. But there are more sells below here, if we can chill. 5-minute structure, which we're building. So maybe 1 minute here, there's an aggressive sell. Now, these are the hardest sells to take, but we have to see. Today is a lot of volume, so it could be an option. Now, if this keeps pushing below, very tough to get in. Now 1 minute even, very tough to get in. No top wick. So yeah, look at this day today. Today is what I call just a capitulation day. So impulsive traders get rewarded, but these are not my conditions because they're just not even 1 minute candle options. I'm not going to enter less than a 1 minute candle. That's just being silly. Why are you not considering candle closing back on DAX? It closed below the level I wanted it to close. So I need to see 5-minute structure to prove to me that this is not going to be a lower high. Easily this could be this. It could even pop up here, no problem, and just end up doing that. 30-minute looks very good for selling pressure more than buying pressure. You know, easily can flip, fill the wick. This can reject this. As you can see, it is struggling now. What's this stupid push on GJ? Yeah, it's ripping here. Nothing you can do. 5-minute above, but there's no active setup. 1 hour close below. 30-minute close below. Yeah, what are you gonna do? We still have range though, as long as this can chill. Structure on DAX, can see if it closes above. Yeah, that would be key. Because this is what I wanted to avoid. If you just took 15-minute break of high, you're begging for this to be a higher low. You don't know. It could just continue dumping. There's a lot of space here. Morning, Harry. London was nonetheless the same without your stream yesterday. No problem. If you don't enjoy my streams, then you don't have to watch them, man. I'm in longs on GJ. Paying. Good job. I've tried every other side hustle there is just about, but this is the only thing that I've seen work with my own eyes. I'm in it for the long run. I know I can do this. Yeah, with that mindset, very healthy. If you're treating it as a side hustle to begin with, that's already you're ahead. It's going to help you a lot, that. What's the plan for DAX? I'm looking for a close above this orange line I have. A close above this orange line for buys. Okay. How's gold doing? So 5 close below here. Yeah, I think unfortunately gold is one of these days where it's just being weird like this. DAX is mixed on my broker, rarely consistent with Harry's broker. Then maybe consider changing broker. Let's see what DAX is on my broker. Previous daily, bullish. Previous 4 hour, of course, bullish, yeah. Maybe you have the problem of the 1 hour close, meaning that your 4 hours are not actually accurate. This gold run has to end. Dangerous to sell now, even if it sets up. Yeah. It's tough. DAX is trying its best here. We're seeing rejection coming on the 5. Unfortunately, this 5-minute candle has a low chance of closing above, but the next one would be the question. Let's see. Tony is considering to jump if he doesn't see any setups. Let's see how this 5. How's GJ doing? Yeah, it's chilling actually. So GJ might have a setup in 4 minutes as well. I would take DAX over GJ since DAX has been more consistent with volume. But if DAX doesn't set up, then and GJ sets up, then obviously I'll give GJ a shot. Knowing GJ, it probably takes my profit from the last GJ trade. Not gonna lie, I probably give this back, but that's not my job to think what's gonna happen, but actually trade what I see. Because over the last few days, it's had pushes, so. On gold 50-minute candle, it broke Asia from yesterday, retested on 1 minute, and you get a 1 minute engulfing candles. Was that gambling, or what do you think? Well, it depends. What if you got the 1 minute engulfing candles, it pushed down and then rejected the 1 minute support that it created? When you start to trade the 1 minute, it becomes very confusing without having clarity on higher time frames. So if you're just focusing on the 1 minute, I found too much inconsistency long term in my trading. Yeah, it would be good once you get the process down and when there's a nice move. Otherwise, it just cooks you, man. You know, because without higher time frame, the 1 minute is just a mess. And I just, anyone who argues against me, I feel like they're unprofitable. Because I have seen people profitable on the 1 minute, but they all know what they're doing on higher time frame. Like, that's a given. Would you take a setup if it forms times outside your trading plan? No, I wouldn't. Because that's part of my trading plan, is what time I trade. Have you heard from Legendary Trader recently? I don't know where he is, man. I don't know where he is. Haven't seen him in chat. In hiding. Secretly following signals. Stop loss will go below where? Well, below the 5, but this thing needs to chill, man. If it doesn't chill, it's going to be extremely tough. We need to create some 1 minute structure right now. That would allow it to chill at the same time. Let's see if it's gonna be worth it. 26 for 27. It can't push any more from here, guys. We're on max. We're on max. It's just a 1-to-1 to get to max target. It has to chill. At least create some 1 minute structure, because it's just been pushing straight back to back. Like, this is not healthy. There we go. Let's see how the bottom wick is, and then we'll take it from there. I'll give it a short break of high here. Gapped up. Yeah, I know it's a gap, but should be alright. Oh wait, it just loaded differently. Wait. What the fuck? It opened fine, but then on IC it completely changed. I've never seen. That's weird. The chart refreshed and I have like a massive gap. Okay, I can't take this on IC. That's weird. Yeah, it gapped like this much for me now. Yeah, it was updated on PC. This is why sometimes using PC is good, because phone delays. So I need this gap to be filled here. See this gap? I need this gap to be filled because it's too big, this gap. I don't know what to do with this gap. If you don't have a gap, it's valid, but I don't know now. I need this gap to be filled. Man, what type of open is that, man? Okay, it's being filled now. Yeah, I'm happy with that fill, so I'm actually gonna now take the same plan, buys above this high, because for me it's filled the gap. That's filled it for me. So I'm happy with that. Makes sense. It's a decent bottom wick now. We still have time to the open. You see, this is why it showed weird on my if you look at 1 minute here, if you're on IC, if you guys check 1 minute on IC, you'll see that it actually didn't open up on a gap. The 1 minute candle did fill, so that's why on phone it showed that it was filled. You see that, guys? Who has IC? Check the 1 minute candle. 1 minute candle on the open actually opened filling that zone. So that's why I got confused, because I had 1 minute on my phone. Only when I changed to 5 minute time frame, boom. Things floating. Alright, so we have this candle closing bearish here. I don't know how I feel about that right now, because it's like a bearish rejection. Ooh, here we go. Let's see, 47 seconds. If this closes weak, I'm still okay. But if it closes like this, especially back below the 15, I have to wait for one more 5, as it doesn't make sense. This is showing me rejection more than continuation. GJ long? Yeah, okay, let me delete this and have a look at GJ. I'm gonna delete this. This looks like 14 seconds. It's gonna close bearish. Let's see GJ. Ooh, GJ looks interesting here. Can I calculate fast enough? We have this 15 level there. Let's see if I can calculate fast enough. Stop loss 19 pips. That's crazy. 19 pips is too much. We don't have that target. Next target here is 7 pips, and then up here we have, yeah, we have 24 to there. We have the volume. $14 pips to there. I mean, we could break even here. I think that's just gonna be the case to break even. Let's just see 1 hour. Yeah, we have space. 1 hour, nice liquidity grab. It is a setup. Yeah, I'll give this a shot on GJ break of high. Spreads are good. Where are you putting SL? Setup 1. It's a setup 1. Classic. 15. We have 5-minute structure as well. Alright. That would trigger me there. There we go. Pretty quick break even though, so let's see how it goes. Wait, this is not a 5-minute level? Oh my god, where did I put this 15? Wait. That was not the 15, man. That was the 30. I thought that was a 5-minute level. Oh no. We actually did tap the 15, look. Shit. That's a... we did tap the 15, straight into the 15. Look. I don't know why I dragged that there. When did I drag that up there? There's no chance I didn't mark that. I have to see my analysis from this morning. There's no chance I didn't mark that. Where's that level? Yeah, see? Oh no, what's this? I need to see my charts before. There's GJ. Yeah, I didn't mark it, look. Why is that not there? Oh, here's the 30. And then where's the 15? Okay, I go to 15. See, and I write 15. See? Fuck. And then I don't check 15. Look. Whew, big mistake that. Big mistake. And then I switch pair. Look. Boom. Switch pair. That's a mistake there. So I probably have to get out of this trade in drawdown because it doesn't follow my plan. I missed a line and that's it. So let's check how much we're down. And if there's any way I can manage, I might just have to accept a 9 pip loss here. I think I'm just gonna manage it on 1 minute, see if we can react here on 1 minute. I don't need to be too emotional. It is one factor that is gonna cause my trade to fail. Everything else is okay here, but I'm not, it is obviously a significant factor. So I needed something to close above here would be the case, and then break even at this 30 level would be it. This is not a 15 level, it's a 30-minute level. So it's not over. I mean, I still have a chance, but I actually need to be a little bit, I need a little bit of a luck here because probabilities are not really on my side. We are rejecting a clear level. It's very easy for me to see this fail because of that reason. So the best thing I can do here is watch the 1 minute and see how 1 minute reacts above this structure here. As long as we hold this structure, I have a chance to survive. 1 hour looks like it will close well here. But we'll see in 2 minutes here. That's the only way I can manage. Otherwise, it's not really going to be a valid trade. We're going to see, and we're going to just take it from there. So that's the best thing I can do right now. Mistakes happen, and I guess I missed a level. I missed a level, which is not the best. And I did even check, like, well, before I entered this trade, I started going through the time frames, but I don't know how I missed that level. I think because I wrote 15 on here, it was just clear to me that that was 15. You know, but that's a mistake. That's a mistake. So now I guess you guys get to see how I manage the position. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to read price action. And I'm saying, okay, what is price action saying? Price action is saying 1 minute has higher lows. If we start to break that, I don't want to be in this trade. Yes, I am going to take a loss today if that happens. And I can't really change that because I missed this level. This is not a trade I should be in. If I noticed that earlier, I would have just closed exactly from the highs here. And lose maybe 3-4 pips. Much better than losing now maybe 9-10 pips. Still half my SL, so I lose only half of what I intended to. You know? But this is something where you really don't want to be in. Like this trade right now, not a trade I'm very happy with because it's not really probabilities with me. 50 minute is going to close bearish here with a high chance. We'll see if we get a bounce. But that's it. I just have to sit through this right now and just see what ends up happening. And hopefully we can just be a little bit chill. Because we still have probabilities, like I said, watching the 1 minute here. This is a good reaction so far. Anything leaving this 15, I think it's game over. So we're going to see. We're going to see what London Open wants to do as well. That was a very quick spike. Man, I wish I had a chance there. If I exactly pressed close here, would have been nice. Only minus 1.7 pips, but I wasn't fast enough. Retested the 5 minute highs. Yeah. Now giving me an FU candle. Yeah, if this candle closes like this, I'm done. What to do? It's too fast, this shit. This is just, look at this now. Rebreaks this low, I'm out. Just have to manage it like that, unfortunately. Push fast to manage it a bit earlier. Can't believe I missed that level. Can't believe that. Unbelievable. Such a beginner mistake. Cost me though, it cost me, you see? It cost me. It cost me. Unless we get some volume here. This thing needs to flip. Zero spread? Yeah, we have good spreads, but the entry is wrong. Spreads are good, but entry was wrong, you know? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Management is there. Whatever happens, happens. I deal with it. If 5 minute can close bullish, it doesn't look that bad. I hope last 20 seconds it doesn't dump. That would just be really unlucky. Because I want to see this 5 minute close. If it can close above here, it's okay. I can still hold. Oh, don't dump last 5 seconds, man. That's just nasty. Come on. Give me a chance to see the close. Damn. Retested 1 minute structure. Looks like this is about to flip. Let's just manage now. I don't mind this lows here. Respect that 15-minute zone, respect that 1 hour zone. such a stupid trade, man. Can't believe I put myself in this. Anyways. It's already there. Minus 16 pips, minus 16 pips. What to do? Give it the best chance to survive. This is the best chance. If it breaks the low, I'm out. I'm out. Whatever. Move on. Survives at the low, survives. Alright, that's me out. Stupid trade. Unlucky. Bad markup. That's it for me today. I rarely, man, miss my markup, man. Very rarely. But this shows you, you know, markup is super important. You guys keep talking about sometimes that I miss trades because it's at my level. This is why I hate being in trades, you know. This is why I hate being in trades that are not following my plan, because I always lose them. And you know, sometimes you'll see, like, I'll mark a level like this and price will push through and everyone will say it's okay, that was a good trade, why did you not take it? But then this happens, right? And when I take the trade, I lose. And it's just simple mistake. I'm surprised no one else had this level. Normally you guys are yapping at me at these levels. Why did no one else watch this level? Or were you just blindly copying? I think maybe a bit today everyone was just blindly copying, which is not healthy. Would like to see more interaction. It's part of having a team. More eyes at the charts are always better. This is why I like trading as a team. Me personally just ignoring GJ at the moment. Alright, fair enough. Man, that's so unlucky, man. I really didn't want to take that. That's not what I needed right now. That's really not what I needed right now. Give back that week's profit for something stupid. Those trades really piss me off. Those trades really, and it's so easy, man. Look how easy this is. So easy, man. This is rocket. So easy to see that level. Anyways. Stupid mistake. I was not going to take it because of that level. I thought maybe you saw something else. Mention it. Hey, man, do you care about this level? I don't know. Enter. I just stopped trading GJ. Yeah, maybe I need to. But that today was not a case for me to be. Today was just because I messed up my markup. And that's how, I mean, I see a lot of you guys did not take it, which is good. I guess, how many people took it? Let's see in YouTube chat. How many people took it? And Zoom as well. I'm interested. How many people are not trading GJ? So all the people who took it, that didn't bother you, that level there? No one mentioned that level? Or you were just blindly copying? Yeah, but this is an important, this is what I mean. You guys are confused about previous levels. You see how clear it is? This is why I said this week we need to do the webinar. Remember yesterday we had the same discussion. We are trading at it, not to it. When you're trading at it, actually no, you guys weren't there and during NY. We discussed in NY, but we're doing the webinar. We're going to do the webinar, but this is a clean example as at it. You see what happens when we're at it? Maybe if this candle closed here, I swear I marked this level here. I just don't know why. Why did I put that as 15? I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened today. I just, either I'm tired, I don't know what, like I rarely miss levels like that. Rarely. It's been maybe a year, literally a year since I've done something like this. Like, that's disappointing, man. I saw it crossed. I thought it crossed through. Next time need to mention had a loss too. Yeah, I think less blindly copying. It's not healthy. This is why. We're here to trade as a team, and this is the reason why. It's your own fault. Don't blame others. I never, of course, full blame is on me. Don't you see how pissed I am? I said I rarely have done this the last year. I never said, you've done this. I never blamed anyone. Are you mad? Blaming other ones for my own actions? No, I'm asking people if they noticed it as well. That's my point. Like, I would expect them to notice. I want them to be active on the charts. It's actually more of a positive, because a lot of times when we take trades, they ask me about levels and I explain. And that's healthy. That's how you want a trading environment to be. You want people questioning, hey, would you care about this? Do you care about that? I mean, there has been a few times where I've noticed something and someone has noticed something and it's been good. You know, it's been completely valid. And that's the whole point of trading with a team, is that you want to share ideas. You want to be like, hey man, I don't know. What do you think about this level? Okay, let me check. And then we analyze. It's the beautiful part about it. I took DAX. I lost 0.5%, then another 1%. What did you take on DAX? How would you try to short DAX, I'm guessing? Oh my god, DAX. What's wrong, bro? What's wrong with DAX? Pumping? Not really, bro. It's very normal. Very, very normal. If you think this is a DAX pump, oof, wait till you see when DAX actually pumps. This is nothing. This is like a London Open classic candle. I don't think you should consider this trade a failure in the journal. Yeah, it is a failure. And part of the failure is going to be human error, not only technical error. Yes, it's not bad on the strategy. The strategy didn't fail today, I failed today. So there's a difference, right? But that still counts as a failure, because human error is also a part of trading, right? It's not only strategy error. You see what I mean? Because you can have strategy error, you can have human error. I thought you marked that level. I saw you marking it. I did too. I really did think I marked it too. I really did think, because I wrote 15 on it as well. I just don't know. I have to rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch the whole stream again. Yeah, Gmail, it's because we're at it. Yeah, I probably just didn't put the line. You're probably right. Does DAX mostly follow pre-London push after London Open? No. It doesn't. Yeah, you guys had it, look. Yep. Good to see you guys had it though. This one didn't have it. Yeah, look, I measured it, but I didn't mark it. That's bad. So then I just forgot about it, right? That was the point. So that was the point. What I measured here is I said, okay, I can trade to it, but trading at it is never gonna be an option. That's so silly, man. That's so silly. Anyways. Can't change it now. Can't change it now. Is DAX doing a fake out? No, it potentially can create a higher low. Yeah, really, that's such a bad mistake. Anyways, move on. Level was perfect though. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Shit happens, it's just one day. Yeah, but I don't hear it for one day. You see the shit I get after this now. You see the shit I get after this. How many people yap, leave. That's all good. With gold today, bias is what? Previous daily bearish, previous 4 hour is slightly bullish. Do I think that this is the low? Now, I don't expect to see a recovery the same way we went down to see the same way up. But could we see a bounce from this zone? On daily, no. Daily still has room to move down. Weekly, we tapped previous weekly support. 4 hour, we were close, but we are tapping into this type of support zone. So a bounce, yes, it's possible, but it has to be above 40 here. You know? Has to be above 40. Didn't mark 15? Yeah, it is important. Again, we'll make the webinar this week about it. It's because I miswrote it. I marked this as a 15 instead of a 30. I changed this if you check. It's a clear level. Yeah, very rookie mistake. Now I'm looking at DAX. Let's see if we can break out of this range for buys. We have buys until the 4-hour resistance. Let's see what 5 minute is saying in case. We do have a few resistances on 5. So I prefer a 15 close above ideally, but 5 will be possible to enter on depending on how we close. Those are our levels. So let's see. See you, Alexi. I'm gonna close at, look at the reaction at, huh? Triggers everyone in, 4 more buyers, boom. 5 minute till the 30 and 15 close. On broker close above. Let's see. It did actually. Let's see how it looks on broker overall though. What type of line did I just draw? No, a close at on my broker. Close at on my broker. If I draw the line, close at. Did you lose the full 1% or less? I lost less. We managed stop loss. He lost a trade? No, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Lost 0.75. That's why they crushed out? No, I just forgot to mark a line. I forgot to mark a line and I got cooked. I forgot to mark one line and got cooked. I bought directly at resistance and for some reason I didn't mark it. And it bit me in the ass. But that's normal. I like to see that, to be honest, because that proves further how strong my rules are. Like, everyone will view it negatively. I'm not viewing it negatively. Of course, I'm disappointed that I missed out on that because it was easy to avoid that. But what's cool about the situation is it proves, yeah, it cost me, but it proves like how strong it is to adhere to your rules and to adhere to your probabilities. You know, like it proves that a hell of a lot. Because now I can use this as an example. If anyone says, hey bro, why didn't you take it? You're overthinking that level. I can just say, look man, this is a clear example. Yeah, it cost me. Don't you think a bearish candle close first above the 5 would be better? I mean, that would always nicer if we get that, right? But we can't beg for everything. Revenge trade in 2 minutes? No, I think we're lasting more than 2 minutes. My only other plan here is going to be a close above. Close above. Hopefully it closes above would be nice. We will see. Not the best close here, if I'm being honest. Gold looks nice. I would prefer a close above this 5 and key level, but setup 3 looks good. It's just right at key level. Watch, once price gets above this zone, it's an easy trade. Watch. You'll see. Plan is never wrong. It's just the zone. Watch. If you follow bias, you follow plan, it will be fine. It is wrong sometimes, but high chance you have probabilities. But as soon as something leaves this zone, which now you won't get the close, right? You won't get the close, but if you were, watch it be actually work out, which again is another positive. What is average R and excellent R that we can expect for a month? It's very dependent. I'd say average R is 5. Excellent R 12 to 15. Yeah, it did dump very hard. Doesn't like that zone. gold looked nice on that setup 3, huh? Tough. Then you have key level there. But how important was this key level? Yeah, it's an important key level, man. A lot of reactions coming from that. Sometimes we push through it, but sometimes we don't. And that's the key thing. Like here, no problem. Here, problem. Here, all problem. 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 Here, no problem. Here, no problem. All problems here. Recently, this was news though, so you can't really count it too much. Yeah, this should give a 1-to-1, huh? Gold setup 3? Yeah, it was a nice setup 3 actually. Very nice setup 3. If I didn't take freaking GG, I'd take this impulsively. Too much confirmations. See, it ruins your day. One trade can ruin your whole day, man. Because then you can't take riskier options, you know? Like, this is nice. I wanted to take this option, but you can't put yourself in that situation. But risk was managed? No, it's not really managed when you have to go and risk another. Because look, today I'm still up for the week. I'm still up for the week. If I lose this, I'm down for the week. And tomorrow's Friday. You see? So you have to be smart. Now, this was not, it would be clear if the 5-minute close above, there's no doubt about that. I go for my second bullet. Because that's like a A+ trade. But with the key level right there that we have seen issues, there's a risk that it taps key level, rejects, and you're screwed. And then you have to wait for structure to be formed, which is okay to lose that, and you accept the risk because everything else is right about the trade, you know. And you're not buying really at a resistance. There's no 15 resistance there, there's no 30 resistance there, there's no 1 hour resistance. It's just a key level, right? The only threat is a key level. And this I would have taken any day, man. Any day I would have taken this. But the risk is that it rejects that key level, you lose. Now, if I lose today like this, and it's really hard to see it now. But when you trade for a long time, you will realize that this one trade, if you lose this one trade, it ruins your week and ruins next week. Because tomorrow you're going to be scared to take bullets because it's Friday end of week and you're already down. Or you're going to be the opposite. And on Friday, you're going to come to the market and you're going to push to recover, so you're up for the week and end up in a worse position, right? So this trade is a very crucial trade that has to kind of work out. So I want to put myself in the best situation that wants to work out so you can remain consistent, because I end this week positive. I'm not affected going into tomorrow's session. I'm not affected going into NY session on good trades. But now to push London session, not only have we had a move in London session, right? This is also, you're trying to take a reversal trade here, which is totally valid. Bias supports it. Everything else supports it. But again, you have this. Why does it matter so much that you're up for a week? Because then you remain consistent. Because think about it this way. If I'm down for the week, the next trade I take will bring me back to break even. The trade after that will put me back in profit. It's 3 trades. If I'm up for the week, the next trade I take will either put me down, which is fine, I'm only going to be down a little, or it will put me back up in more profits. So it actually reduces a lot. You do not have to recover a loss because you're up. You're going to remain a lot more consistent by staying out of options instead of forcing options that are then going to put you down. Like same trade here on DAX, there's another risky option here, right? This setup 2 on 5 minute, right? This one here, stop loss below this, 36 for 42. It's nice. Gold, yeah, if you took gold, congrats, you're in profits now. Actually, it reached more than your 1-to-1, you're chilling. That's a nice trade. That would be you be out. So you just close the trade here, or just trail it on 1 minute. You can trail below this 1 minute low and just see, but this 1 minute low will be less than a 1-to-1. So I'd recommend just securing, just call it a day. Just call it a day. It's a good trade already. Just close full on gold. Nice one, John. I don't think that's a bad place to close. Call it a day, bro. I've lost so much by not calling a day. At my stage, I'm advanced enough to know what trades to enter and what trades not to. So I'm not going to do anything silly, yeah? Okay, I made a mistake with my line, but that's just a simple mistake. I identified that and I move on. But I'm not going to sit here and do anything silly, force anything random, or take anything that's going to, you know, just be upset and be like, you know, screw this, let me try find a position. Nah, I'm not going to be like that. So I'm happy to sit here, chill, look for solid options, and if I see a solid option, I'm taking it, no questions asked, and I'm getting in and seeing what happens. If I do not see a solid option, which is a little bit more riskier side, I will unfortunately not be able to take it because of basically the trade I took this morning. And that's just the way I operate in the market. It's worked for the longest amount of time. I do believe it will continue to work, which is why I execute with that mindset. Which key level were you talking about? It's called 40. It's just a round number, right? The 40 level here. Yeah, this looks nice. I really wish I could take back that GJ trade, man. Today would have been such an easy day, such a profitable day. But wish and what happened are two different things. The question is, what do you do after it? That's what defines you. Right, but with this win rate, you automatically recover. I think it's just extra chest thinking about where you're at the particular week. Yeah, but what's the reason I have that particular win rate is what you're forgetting. Is with this win rate is because of the decisions I make. You see? That decision I made today is what defines that win rate. So if I start messing up, that win rate's going to change. The win rate's going to drop. So if I follow what I've been doing, yes, I'm going to continue with that win rate and this will recover. But what I do to recover is also special. Look at the bigger picture. You have your health and I had to quit my job and keep going in and out of hospital. Well, respect to you, brother. And no, I'm totally grateful. I'm just explaining to them. I mean, in trading, we want to be annoyed at this stuff, right? You know, like, it's good to be annoyed because you don't want to not be annoyed and then do it again. You know, like, you want to come and feel like, man, I messed up today. I made a mistake. And I should totally feel bad about that mistake and just yap about it as much as you can. Complain, complain, complain. The only thing you don't do is take action. What I mean by take action is do something stupid. You know? What happened? Oh, we're just talking about a topic when you make a mistake in the market. We're just talking about a topic when you make a mistake in the market. You don't want to, it's okay to feel bad about that mistake and you should feel bad about that mistake. What you don't want to do is forget about the mistake and then try to recover, FOMO trade, quickly get back in another position, find another way in. That's what's going to cost you more money. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, this gold was an option here. I would have looked for it. And yeah, I think unfortunately we'll have to call it here. Not seeing anything. I think gold was the only option here. I like this gold option. I think it was a good one. DAX is a bit tough. I don't really see too much on DAX. It's just starting to range. It tried to break out, but now it's just starting to range. The best option today was gold. Breaking this high for buys. Pretty straightforward. Gave you a nice one-to-one. It gave you more than a one-to-one, but you know, definitely gave you a one-to-one, and then you're chilling. So yeah. And GJ, nothing, man, nothing on GJ until we close above, but I would just leave it for now. It's getting late in the session and I don't trust it when it gets this time, right? Leave GJ. GJ's been very inconsistent this year and it will continue to be too. You have to be very careful of what time you take a trade. It needs to be very specific. You know, GJ is a pair right now that if you make one mistake, it's going to cost you, you know? So we're going to pull up for tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be better here. And we can, you know, focus on something nice, get something good. And I have New York today. So I'm going to be full locked in New York today. Full locked in. Because of how much volume there is in gold, that I really feel like being full locked in is going to be a good idea. And then we'll see. I probably, if I'm full locked in today in New York and gold moves well, I don't see a reason why we don't see some easy wins there. You live stream NY? Yes, every Wednesday. So yeah, appreciate you all. My apologies for the mistake today. It happens. And yeah, we come back strong. And I'll see you guys hopefully on tomorrow's stream. Take care and speak to you guys hopefully very soon. All right. Peace. Cheers. Cheers.